Hello YouTubers, a Someone Reviews here with a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Blastoff. And here he is in his jet mode. This is back in the day. This was the Fireflight mold, I believe. Because air raid and slingshot was different. During Combiner Wars back in 2014, there was, of course, Jetfire, Air Raid, Skydive, I believe, I believe Air Raid and Skydive are the legs. And I believe it was Slingshot, and then you would have Alpha Bravo, which was the helicopter mold. However, they never actually gave Blastoff his jet mode back in the day. So they gave him the Fireflight mode, and if you had the packaging, the bio, there would be like this little blurb that you would read, and it'll explain why they kind of gave him this jet mode. Because it was pretty much an excuse, pretty much giving him a different design and kind of making it more militaristic. Just kind of like fit in with the whole military aspect instead of using a space shuttle with military stuff. So yeah, that's why he is the Firefly. I believe this is the Firefly mold. The only difference is pretty much the coloration and the head. I believe the heads are different. And yeah. But here he is in his jet mode. As you can see, it is brown. It is very brown. There's some pink up top. There's black on the nose cone. Black up here, purple and silver right up here on the wings. Decepticon logos, Decepticon sigils, black up top on the fin, Decepticon sigil. I cannot say sigil. Decepticon sigil on both ends. Of course, kind of reminiscent of thrusters. Fold them over, it's literally just the robot mode. There's the arms, another Decepticon sigil. Yellow on the knee, these are going to be the knees. Yellow up here, some dark black, some black right here. There is a landing gear that does shift. There are 2 ports. He does come with this gun. This gun was specifically used for this mold. Yeah, they kind of gave different molds, gave molds like signature weaponry. And he here kind of comes with like this flamethrower thing. I believe this is supposed to be a flamethrower, and all you gotta do is just plug it into the wing, and yeah, it is not, he's not gonna fly properly. But that's the storage, and he only came with a gun, and if you had the hand-foot gun, you would plug it on this end, which would just make it way worse. And yeah, as you can see, you can fold that up and down. And yeah, not very much. The molding is actually really good. It is the I'm still gonna say Fireflight mold, Fireflight. So all the molding is gonna be the same if you used to own that figure. And yeah, 2014. 2015 Combiner Wars stuff. They just remolded a lot, and the nose cone does move. It is holstered by a screw. Mine just wobbles. For comparison, here he is with the new Age of the Primes. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, They made him properly. They made him proper this time. And as you can see, as Deluxes, He is actually he is longer. The new one is. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. And also just because here he is with Deluxe Class Lockdown. I own 3 Legacy figures. Lockdown here. Reason why I got Lockdown is because I never owned a Lockdown, and I really, really wanted a Lockdown, and I really do like this. So that's why I got Lockdown, and I have Legacy Animated Bumblebee, and recently, if y'all saw the review, I reviewed the, Vector Prime. Those are the only 3 Legacy figures. I really didn't want to get anything else from the line. I kind of stopped with Legacy. These were actually the only 3 figures I bought in that line, because I just really wanted a Lockdown. That was literally my only excuse of why I actually bought this, because it's Lockdown. My brother got an animated Lockdown, which was used from eBay, missing the front hood piece. So his Lockdown was incomplete, but it wasn't mine. And when I heard they were repainting and remolding the head to from one of the Junkions, it was an automatic I must have. So yeah, I do have Lockdown. And it's the only weaponizer in that line that I own. And also, that is totally animated, Ratchet's, what's that? I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched animated. But it's Ratchet's, knockout thing. Where you just, it's a medical tool. It's really cool how they actually have that. But anyways, Blastoff. Not much to say in this mode. Of course, it's Combiner Wars. When it comes to these, they were actually pretty basic. A lot of these were. I mean, these are basic too, but the engineering is actually unique as well. Excuse me. And also, here he is with Swindle. As you can see, and yes, this is the this is what I was talking about, the Rook mold. They actually remolded and changed the Rook mold into Swindle. This is the only mold I have for that. Like I said, with the Fence War, didn't want the Rook, didn't like the way it was. Then I got Groove as the leg, as y'all saw. So yeah, here's Swindle. Here he is with a Voyager. Here he is with Onslaught here. And my Onslaught likes to bow. As you can see, he does not like staying together. That's an issue with this mold. Well, my copy. But yeah, as y'all can see, here he is with the Voyager. And I do gotta say, I like this mold. The hotspot mold. Out of all of them, this torso mold and the Silverbolt. I'm sorry, I can't talk or think. Mold was actually the better torsos during the combiner era. Yeah, I think some of us forgot about the prime mold. But anyhow, transformation is really simple. Fold up the landing gear, fold up the wings, fold up the tail fins, fold up the center fin, come up to the arm, untab them. There's a slot connection here that will go in right here. Just straighten out the arm. Just like that. This arm right here, as y'all can see, is loosey-goosey. Yeah, this mold didn't come with a pin system, and it's a soft ratchet, and yeah. Yeah, this is an old, this is an old figure, this is the oldest combiner I own, because this was actually my first combiner I got at, when I was 17 for my 17th birthday. The very first combiner I ever owned. And Mom and Dad was like, "You're lucky we even gave you something for my birthday that year." Untab the arms, stand them up. From here, untab that piece, fold the hinge in, and there's slots right here that will fold those in. Spin him around. Rotate his head, and that is Blastoff in his bot mode, and as you can see, he is on the loose side. He is an older figure, but a really good one. Really cool, and yes, he does have the whole traditional aerial bot backpack. This is just from age, not from me buying it. And also, that's kind of becoming floppy. Just an old figure. A lot of these figures I own are older and more used. And yeah. Still really cool. And also, what's also really cool, he has like hand blasters. He has like wrist guns. Which that's really cool. Yeah. The figure is the figure as a whole. When I was little, I did wish that they gave him the shuttle mold instead of the jet. But later on, during the ending of Power of the Primes, they did give him his actual jet, form. I mean, his space shuttle. I never got a chance to get that figure, and also the Seacons. Generation Select Seacons. I really want that set so badly. The Seacons are just were very interesting. Yes, I know they're all Abominous Combiner Wars remolds of a lot of things. That's what they all are. That's what the Prime trilogy is. It's pretty much remolds of different molds. But at the end of the day, those figures may be remolds of everything. They still looked cool. But yeah, there he is. Purple on the visor, black on his face. Hips are dying on me. He does not like to stand. This is pretty much what you saw on the bottom of the jet mode. The yellow Decepticon sigil, purple, wobbly arm. The yellow knees. The feet are painted in black. The thrusters are done in brown. And yeah, really not a whole lot of paint. Just pretty much, it's pretty much the jet. just elongated and kind of split down the middle. Yeah, see, I can see this hip is worse. And yeah. Articulation-wise, head can rotate. It is on a ball joint. He can look up all the way. He can look down that far. Arm can swivel. Can go in and out. You can use the joint for more posing if you want to. Bicep swivel. Elbow bends that far. Nothing at the wrist. The waist does rotate all the way. Legs can kick forward that far. Can kick back that far. He can do the full split. He does have thigh rotation. He does have full bend at the knee. And that's the posability you got for all these figures. And yes, he can hold his gun. I do have him holding it on this side because this arm will flop about. Yeah, as y'all can see, I'm just kind of moving him and it wobbles. It is really, really loose. And also, for some strange reason, it's when I plug it in this hand, it's like it's like loose. I don't know. But for comparison, here he is with the new one. As y'all can see, as y'all can see. Now that I'm looking at it, I think they kept the air raid head. Yeah. I don't think they actually I don't think they replaced the head. I think they actually just repainted the air raid mold. I mean the Fireflight mold. In my opinion, I don't think it's been a while since I've seen reviews on these things. I'm pretty sure I'm just rambling and not knowing what I'm thinking about. Excuse me. Ugh. Give me. Now, I did have lunch, and I am severely tired. Struggled to sleep last night. That's been happening lately. But yeah, Blastoff, really cool, really fun. Still love the figures. I love the figures. I did get them on this was my very first combiner back in 2017. When Mom bought the whole entire set. I was always complaining. Okay, this is how I got this set. My brother came home one day with the torso had Onslaught. My brother had Onslaught. Really, really happy. Loved the figure. That was like the only that was the only figure that I always asked my brother if I could mess with. Just Onslaught. The only figure that I actually truly liked. And my brother gave me his Onslaught. Well, I always just had a torso, and I would kind of steal my brother's limbs, put them on together, and then I'll just remove them, because, well, it kind of gave me a hope of getting a, Bruticus. And I always talked about it, saying, I wanted a Bruticus. I want a Bruticus. I want a Bruticus. So my mom and dad caved in, and on my 17th birthday, Mom and Dad set a big Amazon box in front of me, and they said, "Happy birthday." Opened it up. It was all the figures. Sadly, I lost the comic books for the bots. Still upset about that, but in a way, I am happy I still have the figures. And that's how I got the Onslaught. Yes, my brother did got his Onslaught back. All of these are mine. This entire set is mine. So nothing from my brother. is over here right now. And yeah, really cool. I do love these. Just a little history on how I got my very first combiner. My second combiner I got was Power of the Prime's Predaking, which that set is gonna be fun to review. And also, like I did say, they have no stickers, so they're gonna be really, really, really plain. But anyways, yeah. And of course, Bruticus. Abominus and Defensor, as y'all saw. Those were bought way later. So was Othea. I did have a complete Othea, like I said. Jazz broke. Never got a chance to get green light. I might fork up a couple $100 on eBay just to get a green light. If she's still available, I really want a green light. I don't care if she doesn't come with that dog sword thing or the effect part. Just her in that hand, and I'm good. Literally, that's literally all I'm asking for. Just her in a hand. Her in her hand. I don't care about the rest of the accessories. Just if I just have her in her hand, in her prime armor, aka the combiner hand, I'm perfectly I'm perfectly fine. And yeah, for the most part, really cool figure. Really do like these. Just put them back together. My childhood, the new generation. And yeah. And also, just because, here he is with Vortex. And I'll be right back because Vortex. As y'all can see, if I can try to get some of them up in here. As y'all can see, we have the new generation and my childhood. And yeah. And surprise, I missed out on both Minosaurs. The Legacy and the Combiner Wars. I did miss out on those two. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. That's about it. Laters.